This is a Games with Two review of Fealty by Asmati Games and designed by Eric Roos. Came out in 2011. It's an abstract strategy game for 2 to 4 players and takes 20 to 40 minutes to play around of this game. If you take a look, I got a board set up here for a 2-player game. In Fealty, each player is given 9 of these cards, and each of these cards corresponds with one of these tokens. And what players are going to be doing is you have a deck of 9 cards. You're going to be dealt 3 of those cards, so your hand will look like something like this. And you'll pick one of those cards out, as will your opponents, and you'll play it face down. And then once everybody plays, you'll flip them over. So if I played a 20, and for example, blue here plays a 90, the lowest player gets to play first. So I get to play my 20 token. And I can play it anywhere on the board, and these have 3 modular boards set up, and they call them duchies in the game. So I can play that anywhere, so I'm going to play him right there. And then on blue's turn, he's going to play his 90 piece, and he can play it anywhere except for on the board that I just played. So he can play it here, for example. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to, at the end of the game, have the most influence over the territories here. You're going to place these little markers at the end, and whoever places the most of these is going to win. One cool thing about these is they are color-coded, but they're also different designs for colorblind people, which I thought was a nice little touch. So you're going to keep playing in this way, but the trick is when you play your second piece, you can't play it in the same column or row as the piece you've already played. I can play it on the same tile, just not in the same row. So I could play him here or here, but I couldn't play him here or anywhere here. And you also can't play on these mountain territories. Finally, some of these cards, some of these pieces will let you put these conflict markers on the board, which make a spot impassable. So I could play this here, and then he's not going to be able to get influence for that spot. So that's pretty much how you play the game. You go back and forth playing these tokens until everyone's played all of theirs, and then at the end of the game you look through your cards, and for example on this one, 40 claims any terrain that is 2 away in a straight line. So if we pretend that that knight is a 40 piece, he would get to claim this one, this one, this one. He can't claim that one since there's a guy there. He can't claim there or there because there's a mountain, and he would be able to claim there and there. And then some of the other ones, like the general, you can play 4 spaces in any direction, so he would be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, but that spot's already taken, but he can claim that spot. And you go around claiming spots, and then at the end you count who has the most claimed, and that's the winner of the game. So it's a pretty straightforward game. The components are nice. There's also a ton of variety in this game. If you look at my piece here, it says 10 on one side. On the reverse it's 15. There's actually 2 sets of cards, so these ones are numbered 15, 25, 35, 45 instead of 10, 20, 30. So you can flip-flop them and change the variety of the game. Also, these boards, as you can see, they're also reversible, and you can change them in different directions. And if you're playing with more people, you can add more boards, or you can subtract boards, or there's a ton of different variety you can do in this game, which is one of the pluses to it. The cards are good quality. They're just a standard card. They're not glossy or anything. They're easy to shuffle. The boards are nice and hard cardboard. The box is that big box, Ticket to Ride style box, so it'll fit on your shelf nicely. The only complaint I have about the components is the insert is pretty just bland here. It's just a square on the inside, it fits all the boards and everything fits in there great, but unless you get some baggies to bag everything up, everything just kind of mixes around in there. But that's a little thing they complain about. As far as gameplay, I think the gameplay is good. I don't see it as great. I'm not sure exactly why I think that. The game was fun. It just isn't exciting. You're just kind of placing these tokens back and forth. There is strategy involved, but it's not real deep strategy. It's pretty simplistic. So it's a great introductory game. There's not a lot of theme in this game either. The theme is that the king has died and you're trying to control as much of the land as possible, but you don't really feel that theme in the game that much. But other than that, it's a solid game. The price is right too at $40. So it's worth taking a look at, especially if you enjoy abstract games. It will be one that you may enjoy. If you're not a fan of abstracts, I would just suggest that you might want to stay away from this one. That being said, I hope you enjoyed our review. And if you want to see more reviews or read more, you can check us out at www.gameswith2.com. And be sure to also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook while you're there. Thanks, and have a good day.